Top of the morning to you. Happy 40th, not 40th, 4th of July. It's afternoon here, of course. It's 3:30 in the afternoon, Andrew. Thank you for joining. I'm currently smoking the Chacom Dublin, and in it I'm smoking some Germain's Rich Dark Flake. Well, at the moment, I'm putting together a nice little care package for a good buddy we've met through IG and YouTube. Some LJ Peretti Cuban. So far I've given him some Boswell Premium, Boswell Cupcake, Boswell Blend 35, and McClellan 40th. Yeah, I've still got a bunch more to do. So, what are you guys doing to celebrate the 4th of July? Anything? Is it a proper holiday in America? I assume it would be. Day off work and all that. Similar to a bank holiday here, I assume. Hey Jeff, happy 4th. How are you celebrating today? Project 1312. Thank you for joining. What's your name, if you care to share it? Oh, nice. Well, for this afternoon. Oh, nice. What cigar are you going to smoke there, Jeff? Very nice. I'm not a huge fan of Davidoff, I must be honest. Although their recent late hour cigar, I think, was very, very good. I was very impressed with that. I've smoked it either once or twice. The signature I found a little bit too mild for my liking. I'm just in the middle of putting together a package for a friend here in the UK. I can't make head or tail of that, Andrew. I hate the holidays like the 4th. Now it going be crab shot or if my vintage pipes I got off eBay thus though, Simon. I'm sorry, I don't understand what that is, what that means. CAO cigars. I've had a CAO. I might actually grab an Oliva soon. I do like the Oliva Serie V Bellicoso. Happy birthday there, Matt. Very good. What a fantastic date to have a birthday. Let me take a wild guess. Mid-40s? You're 23. Oh, you're a spring chicken, mate. A babe in arms. Oh, I see what you mean, Andrew. Fair enough. Yeah, it's always hard when you're buying something, especially on eBay or Amazon or whatever it is. There's one thing I've learned is never order anything on Friday or Thursday, because especially if it's tobacco based, and even more so if it's a cigar or two or five, because they're going to be in the post for a good few days. Over here in the UK, the post is nowhere near what it used to be years ago. I remember when I was a mere Matt's age, say 25, 23 years old. You used to be able to get a post delivery 2 or 3 times a day. The first one would be before you got out of bed sometimes, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning. The second post would be at 11 o'clock, and the third post, if you were getting something, would be around lunchtime, around 1 o'clock. Nowadays, and you could rely on it. You could rely on it like clockwork. You post something, you put something in the letterbox, it was there the next day. And that was first class. Second class post was also, sometimes you'd get it the next day as well, but you'd certainly get it by the following day. Nowadays, as you say, it's a crapshoot. You don't know where you're going to say, I could post something on Thursday and then the guy at the other end in the UK won't get it till Monday or Tuesday. So if it's a cigar, it's going to be in the post, sometimes in the very hot post, for maybe 5 days. That's not good. So I always tend to, I try to do stuff around the beginning or middle of the week. Acid cigars, aren't they infused, Andrew? No, I don't do infused cigars, I'm afraid. I tried them once, and that was enough for me. I think I had a Java, and it was like putting a stick of saccharine in your mouth. It really was. Pretty gross. I'm giving away some of my treasured McClellans. Bit of a double-edged sword. It's hard to give it away, but at the same time, I'm delighted to share it, let somebody else experience and enjoy what I'm enjoying, because it is special stuff. I know I wax lyrical a bit about McClellan Virginias, but not for nothing. Once a year cigar, Jeff. Well, that's hardly a sacrifice, is it? To dip your nose into an infused cigar. Pipes, etc. Good afternoon. So I took a couple of days out of my diary, yesterday and the day before, and went out with the wife. So on Monday, we went to town. We walked around, we went into Fortnum and Mason, and I came across the headquarters of BAFTA, the film awards company. And I never realised that it was on, where was it? It was on Regent Street, I think. We went to Piccadilly Circus, we walked to Trafalgar Square, walked around St James's, and ended up popping into all of the cigar shops that I go to in St James's, which I never thought the wife would do, because she's not a fan, as you might expect. But that was fun. But I didn't light up a cigar while she was with me in the shop. Just introduced her to some of the people that I know in the shop, which was nice. And then yesterday we went to a place called the Lido Beach. It's a man-made beach, about half an hour drive away from where we live, maybe 40 minutes. I did post a couple of pictures on IG. Amazing place. It must have been, it was a big reservoir or a pond or something like that, and they basically took one edge of it. They must have imported tons and tons and tons of sand, made some children's play area, and made an inland man-made beach. Very cool. I did take videos of our walk on the day before, which I will be uploading as soon as I've had a chance to edit it, because there's lots of little clips which have to be strung together. A long day's night. Good afternoon. So no particular purpose to this other than to hang out with you guys. Still smoking the Chacon with some rich dark flake. England managed to get through to the quarterfinals with the skin of their teeth, by the skin of their teeth. Penalty shootout, the first ever penalty shootout they've won in a major tournament. So we'll see how they get on in the quarterfinals. What's next? We'll give him some Capstan Flake. I must tell you, this Chacon, as I mentioned in my video, I don't know if you saw it, I saw this at the Nottingham Pipe Show, and I loved the simplicity of it, but it was more money than I wanted to spend on the day, and I picked up the that Savinelli over there, if you could see it. which is a very nice billiard. I'm really moving towards billiards and slightly bent pipes, but only slightly bent. And this really caught my eye. But if you know some of my pipes, you know that I've always gone for nice looking pipes that I'll enjoy to hold and feel and smoke, blingy pipes if you like. But I've really been moving away from it. And anyway, so I wasn't sure about this one, but something about it just caught my eye. Number one, the grain. Obviously, it's got beautiful grain. It's a 9mm, which not many pipe shows carry 9mm because they're not that popular. And I suppose people want to sell as much as they can at shows. So this one did catch my eye, but I didn't buy it. And it kept on sort of going around in my head afterwards, and I said, you know what, I'm just going to get it. So I got in touch with the owner of GQ Tobaccos, Sam, and he even gave me a reduced price, a good reduction. Like it was about 15 to 20% off. So I'm very happy with it. Anyway, it smokes beautifully. So I'm very, very happy with the purchase. Really am. It's a good job. Really good quality briar. I gave it the honey coating. I've had a lot of mixed feedback on the honey coating, but it works for me. I'm very happy with it. So that's a good pipe. I don't know about a team that got lost in a cave, but I've heard about these kids. There's a bunch of kids who are caught in some caves, which are flooded. Which I think they're trying to put together some kind of rescue mission. It's a bunch of kids, and I think they're teaching them the rudimentaries of diving, because it looks like that the water levels are rising and they're going to have to swim underwater to get out. A pretty shocking situation. Hey Josh is in the house. How you doing, Josh? I'm just putting together a care package for a friend here in the UK, and I just thought I'd chit chat while we're doing that. Nothing in particular, just general chat. Doing anything to celebrate independence there, Josh? Well, one would certainly hope, Andrew, in this day and age that this should be able to do that. Izzy, shalom. A rare occurrence to have you in the middle of the day. I guess school's broken up. School's out, as they say. Josh, is the wife out? That's the most important question, because that's a real independence right there. A few hours, bit of peace, nice smoke of a pipe. There you go, my point exactly. Jeff, have a wonderful afternoon. Enjoy that cigar there, Jeff. How many rug racks are we talking there? Nice. you've seen one or two of them on one of your early videos, if I'm not mistaken. Oh wow, congratulations there, Izzy. When did that happen? Last night? I know a good photographer. And that is certainly flattery indeed, Andrew. Very, very nice of you to say so. So this package that I'm putting together is actually 2 packages in one, because I've got somebody here in the UK who collects tins, and I'm emptying a bunch of tins whilst I'm putting a package together for somebody else, giving them a bunch of baggies. So I've got 2 guys that I'm satisfying with 1 clearance, if you like. You're meeting the host in a couple of minutes, and now you come online. That's the time that you feel you need to come online. Okay. Is he a true 770er? Is he a Chabadnik? Cool. From the States or from Israel? Alright, cool. A smoking podcast. Very nice. So how does that work exactly? I think the only person I listen to podcasts is Bill Burr, who I find very entertaining. Hey Joe, how you doing? Alright, so I think I'm going to throw in a little surprise for this guy as well. As you do. That's very cool. Is he, I assume he's in learning, or is he working? What's the situation? Of course, of course. Yeah, well, I suppose if you standing at one end of the shop and you take a wide angle, it does look big, but it's a pretty good size, the shop. It's got a decent sized lounge at the back. Perhaps not on American scales, but certainly it's a good sized shop. Which other shops have you been to, Northeast? Okay, Izzy, we'll speak later, perhaps on WhatsApp. Mazel tov, l'chaim. I'm sure you'll be sending me pictures later on, Izzy. Enjoy. Enjoy the fun. Then comes the exciting bit. All the preparations. Expenses. Been there, done that. So Northeast, have you done any been to any other? Oh, here you go. Oh, okay. They have a decent selection of tobacco there. Hey Tim, how you doing? Sorry, I'm just checking something out. Just bear with me a tick. Okay. Right. So Josh, what's your latest project? What you're working on at the moment? Doing anything in your workshop? Seriously, wow, that's a great deal. Well, I hope when you get them, they turn out to be usable, or at least refurbishable. Well, I used to potter around a fair bit in my garage, but I'm pretty lazy these days. So busy with other stuff that I can't quite muster up the energy to start projects. But I'm very jealous when I see people like Josh putting together some amazing stuff. That tobacco cupboard is awesome. I have got a little idea cooking in my head. What I want to do is do something with this corner to make some kind of. I mean, it's nice and it looks busy, and I change it around every so often. But I'd like to do something a little bit, just to tidy up the corner a bit and hide the shelving in the background and the light, the fan switch. So I'd like to do something which kind of incorporates the corner, So I can put a decent amount of pipes on that are in my regular rotation, and also house my cigar tray, ashtray, and so on. So maybe I'll get around to it in the summer, in vacation time. It won't be anything as epic as what you did there, Josh. It'll be fairly basic. Cool. Do you present on YouTube, Andrew? I confess I haven't looked up your channel. I'm going to do that right now. Well, it seems like quite a common name. There's lots of Andrew Murphy channels. Just got to find the one with your handsome visage on it. No, there's lots of well-toned and muscular six-packs there. Don't know who that one is. God, there's a lot of Andrew Murphys. Lots of them with bared midriffs, that's for sure. No. Well, sorry to hear that about your health. I hope that's improving. Ah, got you. Andrew Murphy. A whole lot about vaping and a little bit about some other things. Is that you? No pipes on there, I can see. Perhaps you can show us those pipes when you get them. Hang on, Tim. Oh, wow. You learn something new every day. Go to channel. Awesome. Tim, you're a master. Thank you. Kevin Twiner is in the house. How's Marsha? You enjoying your 4th of July celebrations? Nice, Kevin. That's a real Independence Day treat. Seriously, no bulk tobacco at all? Even existing stocks? I have not heard that mentioned at all. Is that something new? Well, it seems to be available online. 4Noggin has plenty bulk available online, so I'm not sure about that. Is that throughout the US or only some states? Or is it being federal? I suppose it's across the whole US. Alright, people, I've got to get back to do something useful. Not that this isn't useful, it's been very enjoyable. Thank you very much for joining. And I shall say good afternoon to you all. Thanks, Pipes, etc. Andrew, Kevin, Tim, Northeast Piper, Josh, and everybody else who's joined us. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful afternoon. If you're in the US, enjoy the 4th of July celebrations, but not too much, because think of our spirits. Just kidding. Enjoy, and I will catch you on the very next one.